Hey everyone. I'm so excited to be here. It took a little bit to get the stream set up because that's what happens. Welcome. We are doing 11 days of gratitude. So I am so excited. Oh, it doesn't look like all the live stream stuff went through. Wow. Okay, because that's what happens. I had to move around and that's what happens. So we'll get all the things fixed up. So if you're here and you don't even know that's 11 days of gratitude, definitely welcome. I'm so glad to have you. My name is Africa Arshiov, and this journey will go over this next 11 days. And of this recording, this is June 1st of 2023, but this is evergreen. Anytime you want to bridge a gap, anytime you want to create a portal for change, I would say use this 11 days of gratitude journey to create that opening, create that gateway, that portal that you need to birth something new. So I've got my little notes here so I don't forget anything, because I do tend to forget because I get carried away. And the big thing is we're birthing, like I said, a portal of gratitude. You know, before you step into something new, you need to respect what was already there. You need to go back and reflect on what it has taught you and take those lessons forward. Otherwise, you're apt to be wrapped into the same lesson again, right? So we want to take those lessons forward. So that's part of the reason for this 11 days of gratitude. The other part, where as I said, this was evergreen, the particular energies that are going on right now, we just came out of May, which is what I would call the May mysteries. Like, who knew was going to pop up in your life, right? And you may be going through one of those mystery times right now, kind of like, I would also call it that liminal space of where you just feel like you're in limbo. You don't know which way's up or down, and things are kind of a little wacky. This is a perfect time for 11 days of gratitude to help you navigate that space that doesn't feel like you quite have your feet on the ground. And again, it's about being grateful for where you've been and what you've been through. And also during this May mystery, some stuff came up with relationships. If you have a business, maybe business things are wacky. With all sorts of interpersonal relationships, even electronic stuff for a lot of people was just haywire. Again, all the stuff it may have brought to the surface from within you, maybe things that you haven't thought about in a long time. Dare I say, things you were trying to suppress in the first place. It came up to be released. And that's what those May mysteries were like. So I had a lot of release come up. I had clients who had a lot of release come up too. So if you did, give this video a thumbs up right now, because you're right there with the rest of us, right? We all have stuff that comes up for release, and sometimes it feels like all at once. And it's like everything you just wanted to set aside just all comes flooding in, and it needs to be dealt with. The beautiful thing is that when you start working through this release, if you didn't kind of try to bury it again in your subconscious, or, and then I'll talk about in your tissues, then, and you actually did the work to release it, that work is being rewarded, right? Because at the end of it, like right now, we're coming into like a June blossom where there's something beautiful emerging, and we're using these 11 days to bridge that gap, and we're gonna do that together. So that kind of gives you the background in 11 days, and that is also why it's evergreen. Anytime you find yourself going through something tumultuous and you can see that you're kind of starting to come out the other side, it's a good time to do gratitude. If it's not already part of your daily routine, to make it an intensive part after learning a substantial lesson or releasing things that were long buried. All right, so we're going to start off with the body, right? This is day one, it's the body. And with the body, in this case, I want you to think about all the things your body carries you through. It's been carrying you since the day you were born. walking you around or having you crawl and scoot and walk and run and be able to see things and touch and feel and taste and smell. It has allowed you to have this really amazing experience. Just think about that for a moment. And you know what else your body has done? It has stored all your memories. Whether you see them as good, bad, or neutral, it's stored everything. And the one thing, and I really want you to get into your mind how amazing, I used to watch Supernatural and they call it your meat suit. How amazing this meat suit is, this vehicle that's navigating you on this planet. And also how amazing it is at storage. Chunky monkey storage fat, right? Storage in our brains, but storage actually in all of our tissues. Now, my mentor, Alyssa, says the issues are in the tissues. And my yoga teacher, Millette, she says we store trauma in the body. Right? So you want to release that. That's why a lot of times people have all sorts of, how would I say, major issues going on with their health. And once they start doing energetic releases and start digging into that trauma, all of a sudden their health issues start to dissipate as well. I always like to say a lot of times, not all, but some of our health issues become physical manifestations of our energy that has been disrupted or contained in a way that is not healthy. It's got to come out somewhere, right? The issues are in the tissues. And so this mystery time might have been bringing up all those issues for release so you could get to a better place. So you could have the life of your dreams, or at least the steps toward it, right? But it's all about releasing those things. So hopefully you were able to do some release work with it. And in that way, I want you to be grateful because that was tough on your body. It's tough on your body to hold trauma, and it is equally hard to release it, right? Because there's that part of us that wants to stay safe and not look at things, right? We roll with our little blinders on because we don't want to see things. But I'm really going to ask you to take the time to do the work, right? If you've already done some of the work, we're going to congratulate you there first, and then we're going to get to the second bit. Don't you worry. So let's talk about the work you've already done. Some stuff's already come up, some stuff you've already released. That is amazing. Congratulations. It's like an onion. You peel off another layer and here comes another layer, right? There's always layers to that, but you have to be excited about each layer you peel off. So you're getting closer and closer to the core and being able to pluck everything out, right? That's the beautiful part about it. So what I want to do is thinking about what's already been released, because part of this series is giving you some concrete things to do. And we're going to do this together. We're going to do a couple of different kind of energy work here. So I want you to rub your hands together. And, when you rub your hands together, there is energy that's being built there. You can literally feel it between your hands. And I like to think of it as kind of like a static electricity, so to speak. But electricity, energy, so to speak, rubbing between your hands. And a little bit we'll talk about putting intention here. But for right now, actually, let's do intention now. I just want you to think about, as you rub your hands together, think about that healing energy that is forming in your hands. Forming your hands, a nice big bundle of healing energy. And we want to place that on our heart. And then take one of our hands. You'll feel the tingling in your hands. And place it on your womb. Right? A couple inches below your belly button, your womb space. And just let that beautiful healing energy sink in. That beautiful healing comfort, love energy sink in. Right? It's so wonderful. You're just so grateful to your body for bringing you through this time. Again, it brings you through the time again and again and again. So be grateful, right? We want to give gratitude for our body for carrying us through yet another adventure, right? All right. And now we're going to look at what still needs to be released. So if you can keep your hands, heart, and womb. And as you're thinking your body, think about, what do I ask? What still needs to be released? What is still clogging the place up, right? What is still a painful moment, an unease, a dis-ease in your body? Just ask your body about this, right? Nestle deep into your knowing. I'm going to ask you to trust your intuition. Right? I know sometimes that's really difficult for us to do, but I'm going to ask you to trust your intuition on this. Your body knows. It knows where those things are stored. And right now, we don't necessarily need to know what it is. We just need to know where it's stored so we can focus on releasing from that area. Now, some people think, I need to relive the trauma. And I'm sitting here telling you, you don't have to relive the trauma. You just need to release it. Okay? And what you want to do once your body's kind of told you where something's being stored, that's bringing discomfort, dis-ease, pain, whatever, ask your body what kind of support you can provide to release it. And I want you to, take some deep breaths here. It might feel like a lot coming up. You could feel like crying. You could feel like coughing. You could feel like screaming. Like whatever emotion might be coming up for you right now, let it come up. Be grateful for that emotion, because that means you really are tapped into your intuition and your body. And let it flow through you. Let it be released. It's one of the first steps to releasing these stuck places in our body. For so long, we were told to kind of stifle our emotions. And I'm telling you, they're there for a reason. They give you signs, and you need to let them work through the body before they start causing trouble. All right. So, whatever other actions your body is proposing for you right now to release what's inside, I want you to write it down, text yourself, text a friend so that you have some kind of record, what have you, but make a note of the things it's asking you to do, because you need to act on it. It's literally asking you for help, and you're the only one who can do it, right? Now, I say you're the only one who could do it. It may be telling you to go see a health professional or a coach or a healer or what have you. Or it may be asking you to do what those people are doing in the background. Take a walk in the park, right? So whatever it's asking you to do, go and do that. Okay? Make a note and do it within the next 24 hours if possible, or at least take that next action step to make it happen, right? Taking immediate action is what your body needs to see that you're doing, to know that you're serious, to know that you really do want to help. So immediate action, just make sure you get whatever, either the first step or get it complete within the next 24 hours. All right? And then I want you to, again, thank your body. Thank it for carrying your divine essence through the world. That's amazing, right? And thank it again for storing those memories and allowing you to help it release those memories out. Again, this is about gratitude. It's done a lot of hard work. So make sure to thank it. All right? Let's rub our hands together again. And this time again, we're going to set the intention, like I said, of healing, comfort to the body and the womb. And we're going to take some deep breaths this time as well. Okay? So let's rub our hands together, building up energy, and that energy is going to be healing, comfort, energy, and light that we are placing into our heart and our womb space, into our body to ignite and clear everything out. together, rub them together and together and together. Are you ready? One in your heart, one in your womb. Just nestle into that beautiful feeling. We're going to do our deep breathing. So we're going to breathe in a very special way. We're going to take a deep breath in through our mouth, and then we're going to breathe out through our nose. Okay, in through the mouth and out through the nose. Here we go. Again. 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 And one more time. All right. Did a great job with that deep breathing. What I want you to do is to keep breathing. If you can keep that rhythm in through the mouth, out through the nose. Keeping that rhythm going. I want you to let your intuition or your angels or your guides bring you a message, bring you a vision of what's possible, right? This portal, this gateway that we're creating, what's possible at the end. And so they're going to give you this beautiful vision of possibility. And a lot of times there's like a flash of white light and you see something, right? So why don't you go ahead, take a deep breath in. Release through the nose. And let that bright white light flash and the vision occur. And as you're seeing that vision, what your angels, guides, intuition whisper into your ear, your next step toward that possibility. What's that next step that solidifies you moving toward that beautiful possibility? Okay? Good. I would love to know, what is it? What is it that's you're creating a portal toward in these next 11 days? I would love to know about it in the comments below, right? What is it you're about to birth? What is it that's about to bloom for you? And with that, I'm going to remind you to do what your body needs in the next 24 hours, at least a step toward it, right? If it's getting some kind of healing or having someone assist you with releasing blocks, book a session within the next 24 hours, even if that session is a few days or a week away or what have you, right? If your body asks you to go walk in nature, make sure to get out there within the next 24 hours to go be in nature, go to the beach, river, whatever it was, and asked you to do to help with the release of more out of your tissues. And then tell me in the comments below the vision you were given, the possibility that's coming, because I want to hold that space with you over these 11 days. With that, I'll see you tomorrow, or if you're watching this after it's all been recorded and it's next year, you can go to day 2, right? So with that, I say peace, joy, love to you.